Okay, everybody, we're going to move on into the next part of my Christmas special, in which this time we're going to change things up, and we're going to stay on the DOS, but this time around we are going to play Jeopardy Deluxe Edition. So far in my Christmas special bank, I have $60,150. We'll go with that one. Alright. We're going to let the computer players be expert this time.
Hi everyone and welcome to Jeopardy!
Thank you. Amy Flirtus from Virginia Beach, Virginia. And Thomas Dulles from San Diego, California. And let's see what we have as our categories. We're going to deal with by the numbers, U.S. geography, middle names, composers, the Bible, and finally, organizations. Alright. I will start things off with the Bible for 100. The people of Lystra believed he and Barnabas were the gods Mercury and Jupiter. Who was Saul?
No?
No. Oh, Paul.
You are correct.
It was Paul, not Saul. Amy, you pick. Organizations 100. This senior citizens group founded by Maggie Cohn in 1970 was likened to black militants. And Thomas Buzzlin says, who are the Grey Panthers?
You are correct.
Yep. Alright. Where to, Thomas? Composers 100. Gustav Mahler consulted this famous Viennese psychiatrist about his marriage problems. Who is Beethoven?
No?
Not off to a good start this game. Carl Jung.
No?
Sigmund Freud.
Yes.
Oh. Where to, Thomas? Alright, U.S. Geography 100. This 107-mile long lake helps separate New England from New York. What is Lake Champlain?
You are correct.
There we go. I'll have U.S. Geography for 200. The Blue Ridge Mountains surround this largest Georgia city. What is Atlanta?
That's it?
Yep, now I'm out of the hole and I have some cash. U.S. Geography 300. It's where the wind comes sweeping down the plain. What is Oklahoma?
That's it.
U.S. geography for 400. State whose counties include Crockett, Zapata, and Pecos. I'd better get this one. What is Texas?
Right.
And I'll close it out. The historic pass at the junction of Tennessee, Kentucky, and Virginia associated with Daniel Boone. The Cumberland Gap. Oh, yeah.
That's it.
I have a $100 lead over Thomas at this point in the game, and we continue. Alright, by the numbers 100. The first asked in this game is usually animal, vegetable, or mineral. What is 20 questions?
Yes.
By the numbers 200. In blackjack, this card can be worth 1 or 11. What is an ace?
Right.
I'll take by the numbers for 300. Police precinct Barney Miller doesn't work at anymore. What is the 12th?
Yes.
By the numbers 400. I've double what Thomas has now. A race run by couples tied together at the ankle. What is a three-legged race?
Right.
And by the numbers 500. Musical about the Continental Congress. It included the song Sit Down, John. What is 1776?
Right.
Ran the category. I'm at $2,300 right now at this point in the game. I'll take the Bible for 200. Jesus catered a dinner for thousands with 7 loaves of bread and a few of these. What are fish?
Correct.
The Bible 300. Both Joseph in the Old Testament and Jesus in the New were sold for this substance. What is gold?
No.
Silver, the other one. Silver, yeah. I keep forgetting that one.
Right.
Alright, Amy, you're still up. Alright, the composer's still up. You got the daily double. You risk up to 500, and she's going to bet 300. Here's the clue. Schubert died 2 years after carrying a torch at the funeral of this great German composer. Oh, I think now is the time for Ludwig von Beethoven. Yep.
You are correct.
Composer's 300. Considered unfriendly to Mozart, this Italian composer taught his son after Mozart's death. Antonio Salieri?
You are correct.
Yep. You have $1,000, Thomas. Where to? Alright, middle name's 100. If those swans in Swan Lake could talk, they'd tell you this was Tchaikovsky's middle name. What is Ilioque?
Correct.
Middle name is 200. Actors Tommy Jones and Kathy Crosby both have this middle name. What is Lee?
Right.
Middle name is 3. It was Marilyn Monroe's original middle name. What is Jean?
That's it.
Middle name is 400. Confederate general who had 2 middle names, Ewell and Brown. Jeb Stuart?
Right.
Yep. Alright, middle name's 500. The Princess of Wales and Bing Crosby's daughter Mary share this middle name. And it's Frances. Frances. Next clue. Alright, organization 200. Show a kid how America works is the slogan of this young people's business organization. Oh, junior achievement. That's right.
Right.
This Baroque composer's name translates to John S. Brooke. Who is Johann Sebastian Bach? Oh.
No.
I put in K instead of an H. Ah, crap. Yeah, I knew it. I put a
Yes.
K instead of an H. I meant to put H. Oh, well. Composer's 500. George Washington and this Austrian composer, affectionately called Papa, were both born in 1732. Franz Joseph Haydn.
That's it.
He was a harp player as well as a giant killer. Who is David?
Right.
And let's close out the Bible for 500, I guess. The 12 tribes of Israel were named for his sons. Oh, was it Jacob? Yeah, my guess.
Right.
Members of the American Budgerier Society are fanciers of this type of animal. Fish.
No.
No. What are parakeets?
Right.
There we go. 400. Organization of men's clubs founded in Detroit in 1915 and not named after a kind of deer. The Elks?
No.
Uh-uh. The Kiwanis. Kiwanis Club. Now the last clip. Based at Rebel Field in Harlingen, Texas, this group restores and flies vintage World War I aircraft. The Confederate Air Force?
Correct.
So at the end of the Jeopardy round, I'm in the lead with clues at 3,100. Amy and Thomas are tied at $1,700 apiece. And we're going to deal with these categories for Double Jeopardy. Books and authors. Travel and tourism. Composers, yet again. Sports and politics. Business and industry. And finally, conquerors. Most American-owned tankers sail under the flags of Liberia and this Latin American country. Panama. Oh, okay. Books and authors, 200. Master of the Page Turner, who wrote Master of the Game and Rage of Angels. Sidney Sheldon.
That's it.
Yep. With parachutes and kisses, she overcame her fear of flying. Erica Young. Oh, yeah.
That's it.
His wife said of his Ulysses, he's a genius, but what a dirty mind. Who is James Joyce?
Yes.
Books and authors, 800. Readers checked into his hotel in New Hampshire. John Irving. Oh, yeah.
You are correct.
Warner Brothers' successful bid of $4.94 million won it the right to publish this novel's sequel. Gone with the Wind. Oh, okay. Elementary, my dear Watson. There's a Sherlock Holmes hotel on this famous London street. What is Baker Street?
You are correct.
I'll take travel and tourism for 400. We'd never call it a Mickey Mouse airline, but it is the official airline of Disney World. What is Delta Airlines?
You are correct.
Travel and tourism for 600. You can visit scorpions, screech owls, and bats at the Living Desert near Palm Desert in this state. What is California?
Right.
Travel and Tourism 800. Hungary was the first Eastern Bloc country to join this European railroad system. What is the Eurailway? What is the Eurail system?
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. Good. And Travel and Tourism for 1,000. This Japanese country, famous for its cultured pearls, has its own island with a pearl museum. What is Mikimoto?
You are correct.
Alright. Conqueror is 200. Spanish for conqueror. Cortez was 1. What is a conquistador?
Correct.
Conqueror is 400. This group under Godfrey of Bouillon captured Jerusalem in 1099. The Crusaders.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Thomas and Amy are tied yet again for second place. Jimmy Dewar, the inventor of this snack cake, ate 40,177 of them in his lifetime. Hostess Twinkies?
Yes.
Right? 80% of the world's supply of these are sold through De Beer. What are diamonds?
Right.
Business and industry for 1,000. Though his name was at the G in MGM, he was never part of that company. Who is Samuel Goldwyn?
Yes.
I'll have Conquerors for 600. Really double. 600. Here's the clue. Once known as Thrace, Bulgaria was first subdued by this Greek in the 4th century BC. I don't have any idea.
No.
Alexander the Great. Oh, okay. Didn't cost me too much, though. Conquistadors for 8, please. 13th century Mongol ruler of China, whose armada was destroyed by a typhoon. Who is the Kublai Khan?
You are correct.
Conquistadors 1,000. This British conqueror of India committed suicide in 1774. Robert Clive?
Correct.
Yep. Alright, Thomas, where to? Wilkie Collins novel that's a real gem. The Moonstone.
Right.
Alright, where to, Amy? Composer of Always offered a job by Gershwin as his musical secretary, but told him to turn it down. Irving Berlin.
Right.
He wrote the Wedding March and other music for A Midsummer Night's Dream. Shakespeare?
No.
No. Felix Mendelssohn.
Right.
Amy and Thomas are tied yet again for second place. Most of his work showed love for his native Finland, including Kalevala Saga and Finlandia. John Sibelius?
Right.
I don't know how you say his name, but he got it. This AFL quarterback this American Football League quarterback later became the signal caller for HUD. Jack Kemp.
Yes.
Never bet a double. Oh boy. He's gonna bet it all. Uh-oh. Here's the clue. Austria noted for over 600 liter, including Ave Maria and Der Sanger. Mozart?
No.
No, Franz Schubert. You have failed. Right? Composer's 1,000. This Italian composer followed his pupil Maria Barbara to Spain when she became queen. Domenico Scarlatti.
You are correct.
You got a little money back, $1,000. 4 clues left. Let's go, Amy. He moved from the Buffalo Bills huddle to the U.S. Congress. Jack Kemp? No.
You are correct.
Oh, it is Jack Kemp again? Aubrey. Alright. This marvelous miler became a part of the British Parliament. Roger Bannister.
Yes.
Spiro Agnew cheered on this NFL team as a season ticket holder. Oh, the Baltimore Colts.
Right.
Now the last clue. Former British Prime Minister Edward Heath won international events in this sport. Yachting?
Right.
So at the end of Double Jeopardy, I have $7,900. Thomas $5,500. Amy $3,400. Let's see how Final Jeopardy turns out.
Here is today's Final Jeopardy category.
Double duty. With double being in quotation marks.
Final Jeopardy answer.
A marching pace of 180 steps per minute, or twice your usual wage. What is double time? Double pay? Double time is right. got it right. So I win the game with $11,001. And my Christmas special bank is at $71,151. Not bad. Let's go ahead and wrap it up for this segment, and I'll see you all for that next one.